NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Bulls of Chicago. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys looking for a second straight victory after coming out on top a week ago. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys coming off their byes, so they should be fresh and ready to get after it. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws, maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Falcons.
Not even a little bit. Hold on. Know yourself. Know your worth. My actions being louder than my words.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Going right side here, and that's complete. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morales. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 2nd and 6.
At the 24-yard line.
Throwing. Hooker. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Driving started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Here's Hooker. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And Cooper will go in motion. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. they can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. If they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he's brought down.
First and 10.
Working out of the gun here, Walker. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
To throw is Walker. Underneath route to Morgan. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You talk about this Falcon defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. Well, that's one way, and a good way, to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Walker. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Walker. He's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now, they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Falcons offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. Over the middle, complete. That's Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Morales. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Morales. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard on the play. It's now
Hooker's going to throw it. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Morales. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
This is taken at the 18. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Walker now. Underneath route to Morgan. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and sneak it here. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they go play action. Here's Walker. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, Walker. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's been one of the main points of this unit throughout the season, no doubt. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL in terms of receptions by a wideout. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Hooker. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and...
They'll go again to Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Crowder's got it over the middle. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd and goal from the 1. Jones. And he stopped immediately there. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Here's a sneak. Clifford trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Bulls take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
It's metal brain corrodes.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Morales. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are once again back in front. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
An extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Clifford. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here's Clifford. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Clifford to throw. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll throw it again with Clifford. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle, Jones. Just past him at the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Clifford. This one caught by Crowder. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line.
Maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Back to throw is Clifford. He sets up the screen to Jones. He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Clifford will throw it here. He'll find Jones again, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Clifford right back to the air. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
It's a gain of 3.
Clifford out of the shotgun. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 3. Booker. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's Hooker. He's airing it out for Williams. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. So a tight one so far, a 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen in our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 12 is here. After this weekend, 2/3 of the regular season will be in the rearview mirror. Let's get into the highlights. Our tour around the NFL starts now with a divisional battle in the NFC South. And this is the quarterback for the visitors. He's looking to throw, then makes a beeline for the end zone. 12 yards on the scramble for the score. From there, why don't we go to South Philly? Look in on the Eagles. They're hosting the New York Football Giants. And here is the running back. He'll take this one in for the score. He now has 12 touchdowns on the season. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Eagles with a 10-point lead. 13-3 their advantage at halftime. One more to bring you, and it's from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders hosting the Jacksonville Jags. And this is the Commanders quarterback hooking up with his man. It's his 15th touchdown pass of the season. The Commanders with a 10-point lead at the half. And a look now at the rest of the action around the league here in week number 12. In the game you're watching, not much to separate these two sides through 2 quarters. A 1-point game at the half as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A one-point game through 2 quarters as we get rolling here in this second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bulls offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. And Clifford to throw it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
3rd and 5.
12 yards on the play.
Now it's Clifford. He'll try and do this himself. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 in the first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Running right, Jones. Nifty move. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Again, it's Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bulls have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points.
That makes the score Bulls 21, Falcons 14.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. From the 29, here's the 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Hooker. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3rd and 3.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing. Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hooker's going to throw it. It's complete to Williams. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 50-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morales. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Hooker. Pressure comes and down he goes. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. It's that old expression we love to use. Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Clifford working from the gun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
4th down.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Hooker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
At the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Hooker. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll try the left side. Morales. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
The Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
22 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
Up the middle they go. It's Morales. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Hooker. Throw left side complete. That's Cooper. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hooker. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 and the 19. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Hooker to throw it. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Bulls offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Looking to throw, Clifford. Oh, that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Jones breaking from the contact. And he's got this down to the 35.
The 35-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Play action. Here's Clifford. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Off the fake. Here's Clifford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bulls add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Dances by him. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cooper. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Trying to throw again here. Hooker. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hooker. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Hooker. Throwing left side. It's complete. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Jimenez. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Clifford throwing off the play fake. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Clifford. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got this down to the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
35-yard line.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first. After the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Clifford to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Hooker. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Hooker. They look at for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morales. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Quick throw completed by Hooker. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Morales. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hooker. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Hooker. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So he remains perfect. 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the gun, it's Clifford. Crowder's got it over the middle. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Back to throw is Clifford. And that is incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 8, 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. They've got one timeout at their disposal and the 2-minute warning as they go to work here on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Hooker. He finds his man, complete. That's Morales. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Hooker. Now he's going to step, and he can't get a throw out. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
3rd and 11.
Now Hooker. And he Hooker going to try and throw for it. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
31 yards. First down, Falcons.
Hooker to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throwing here is Hooker. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Hooker's pass.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Hooker. To the sideline and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. He's going to let this one go deep. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Here we go. First and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And they are able to spike it. Cutting it close, but 2 seconds left on the clock. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Well, it came down to the final play in such a close ballgame. What a game it was, but they can't get that last throw off. Good job by that defense to get in there for the sack to seal it.
And for fans watching the game, a little bit anticlimactic, don't you think, partner?